Sorry, you guys don't have any eligibility. Doug doesn't do anything for me except enjoy talking to him.
So a few days, it's the third practice?
This was the first day of us all being together as a team, man, and I was really pleased. I really liked it. Obviously, we schedule adversity, so you've seen a lot of adversity for the offense, putting them in bad situations, putting them in long yardage situations, blitzing about every which way we could possibly blitz. Taylor handled it very, very well, very poised. He's got command of what we're doing. But I'm very, very pleased today. I tell you, a guy that's really stuck out to me is some guys that have improved themselves dramatically live, really, really sticking out and doing some great things. A lot of the freshmen now put the pads on today. They didn't disappoint. I was very impressed with what we had today. We're fast. We're a fast football team. Kind of a little bit amazed at 14 different pressures. Executing on the third day is pretty good. So they're pretty smart. And I'm talking about the young freshman kids were doing that. So really, really pleased on offense. So if you ask me who really sticks out on defense, as a freshman today, a DJ Calhoun really stuck out. I mean, he lit some guys up. He looked really good. Christian Sams was another guy. On offense, Kalen Balaj and DeMario Richards, wow, really, really impressive. They've got a lot of impressive receivers. So I like this team. I like this. You're very comfortable. I like how they competed today. So it was the first day. Give you an example. It's the first time this has ever happened. We come in the morning at 7:10 and we have a team meeting. As I'm coming down the hall, I hear the entire room singing the fight song. I like that. It means we got some leadership in that room and guys are developing that brotherhood, and that's what it's all about.
Talk about the challenges on defense with losing 9 starters, just having so many guys that, the competition there where you're going to have to really work hard on bringing these guys up to speed.
Oh, it's a walk in the park, just no problem. I tell you the challenge is, here's the challenge, is that, man, I was really comfortable in having Will and Carl and Chris Young and Darby, and I had them figured out. What we were doing really matched what their skills were, and so I'm having to learn. So I'm a little uncomfortable, but I like that. That's the great challenge. I thought looked pretty good today. I mean, the key is just don't do the same thing, and also don't do too much. So we got to remember that Carl and Will and them in their first year in this system weren't doing what we were doing last year in the system. So we've got to figure those things out. So, I'm obviously the big challenge. I mean, just being honest, is the up front interior. Very pleased. Connor Humphrey, Smallwood looked really good today. Rennell looked very good. Very pleased with where we're at there. Marcus Hardison's done a good job adapting inside. Demore Nelson, wow, I mean, he looks really good. Chance Cox come off his best day. Marcus Washington's doing it, but they're very different. Demore Nelson's very different than Carl Bradford. Antonio Longino and DJ Calhoun are very different style linebackers than Chris Young. So that's kind of the challenge. And so, I really believe this will be the best football team that we've had. Just because of how they surrender every day to the team. It's all about the unit. It's all about the brotherhood. And I think we'll be better. Is that a challenge? That's going to determine our fate, how well we can progress those guys. But it's what we get. It's our job.
What about the comfort level of DJ Foster, third year in the system?
Man, he's explosive. I'm glad we're just tagging off on him because probably give up a lot more good plays if we had to tackle him. Same thing with Taylor. DJ's I tell you, man, that running back position, wow. DeAndre Lewis looked extremely explosive today. Mario Richards, Kalen Balaj is just, wow. I mean, Charles Clay that we had at Tulsa starts for the Dolphins at 3-back. It's a running back / deal. He looks like Charles did his senior year right now, a true freshman. So very excited about what I'm seeing there. So the DJ's going to really, really do some great things.
Any drop balls today?
Yeah, we dropped 2 interceptions that we should have had, and then we had dropped a ball out of the backfield. DeAndre Lewis dropped one out of the backfield. think we had a couple of wideouts during one-on-ones, drop some balls, but for the most part, had a lot better day. The big story of today was takeaways. We had 5 takeaways on defense. We had 0 the first 2 days, so that's first day of pads. That's our number one objective, is to make sure we don't turn the football over. So,
Coach, can you talk about your young receivers, Lauderdale and Wiley?
Lauderdale, very impressive. Hit a home run post today for about a 60-yard touchdown. Great speed. Going to be a vertical threat guy. Jalen Harvey's has been very, very impressive. Tyler Wiley been very, very impressive. That young bunch of receivers is very, very good. Fred Gamage has been very impressive. Jalen Strong is looks completely different to me. Very, very explosive. You know, he showed up here in August last year, so he didn't have a lot of training. So I'm not worried about our receivers or running backs, our tight ends. I mean, we got 2 walk-on tight ends as good as I've ever had. I mean, they're 3 towers. I mean, so and then the offensive line. Well, I mean, I like the physicality of how they look there, the depth there. I mean, we don't turn the football over, don't have negative plays, we're going to score points, and that's what gives me confidence too, is that just not making sure we limit the snaps we're having to play on defense will help us, and that's always been the philosophy. But a lot of experience we got to replace. We got to do a great job of getting the reps we need to teach those situations.
What about Quishy Brown? How's he working out there?
Quishy's doing a great job. He's a very physical corner. He's competing to be the starting boundary corner. Doing a great job. Very explosive, dynamic kick returner, punt returner. Just learning the system, man. And that defensive back is complicated in our system. So he's a guy that I have no doubt will be on the field and be in the equation, whether he's a starter or a guy that's contributing a great deal.
What's your relationship with